What exactly took place after Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift left AT&T Stadium on that particular evening? And why are white people working in the National Football League still talking about an incident that occurred? Everyone was unaware of the fact that there was more to that moment, and we're about to dissect everything in detail. Also, if you are someone who enjoys staying one step ahead of the drama, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you are never left in the dark about what is going to happen next. As they emerged from AT&T Stadium hand in hand, they navigated their way through a sea of flashing lights and buzzing reporters who were unable to believe what they were witnessing. Fans were seen leaning over railings, yelling their names, taking photographs, and attempting to catch even a single more glimpse of the couple that everyone had come to talk about. However, while the majority of people were preoccupied with their coordinated ensembles and the manner in which they exited the venue as if they were the masters of the evening, something else was taking place behind the scenes. Something that was initially passed over by almost no one. Prior to making their way toward the exit, the two of them made a stealthy stop in order to present the staff at the stadium with some tokens of appreciation. Not merely polite smiles or brief expressions of gratitude, but actual presents, such as miniature ornaments, personalized guitar picks, and even discreet envelopes containing cash discreetly tucked inside. Later on, a member of the staff remarked that it was like receiving a holiday surprise from a pair that was so famous that they had never anticipated. And at that very instant, the atmosphere in the corridor was completely transformed. After a certain point, people were no longer simply watching celebrities leave a game. They were witnessing the unfolding of genuine acts of kindness in real time. But that wasn't the only thing that happened. The opposite is true. Over the course of a few minutes, videos of their peaceful exit from the stadium were widely disseminated. The video that was uploaded to TikTok by a fan was shaky, and it went viral before the fan even had a chance to get back to her vehicle. We have fan pages, Twitter, and Instagram. There was a deluge of reactions, edits, and theories that flooded the entire timeline. There were more than just a couple leaving a football game that people were watching. They were observing a moment that seemed too perfect, too cinematic, and too full of meaning to ignore while they were watching it. Because of their presence at the stadium, the game had already been elevated to a higher level or significance. It was pushed even further by their departure, however. That was no longer limited to football alone. Each and every aspect of culture, entertainment, fashion, romance, and the media were incorporated into a single, unforgettable photograph. There was a sudden increase in viewership whenever Taylor appeared on a broadcast. Fans who had never been interested in the National Football League, NFL, suddenly found themselves interested in tight end statistics and playoff scenarios whenever the camera landed on Kelce smiling. Because of their relationship, the sport took on a new sensation, one that was softer, louder, more glamorous, and strangely, more people-oriented. Also, that final walk out of AT&T was not merely the conclusion of the story. The people were given a signal, a brief moment that informed them that the story was not yet over. The opposite is true, but the effect of the ripples was felt far beyond that single night. What occurred inside AT&T Stadium did not remain confined to that location, mainly due to the fact that whenever Taylor Swift attends a game, something out of the ordinary takes place. When the numbers change. Suddenly, women who had never watched football before start doing so. The National Football League schedules are being looked up by younger viewers who only follow pop culture. On Sundays, families who had never come together to watch sports together now do so, solely for the purpose of knowing whether or not she will be on screen. The networks have reported that whenever she is shown, there is a significant increase in viewership. The sales of merchandise increase, tickets are in higher demand. Fans want to feel connected to whatever moment she is about to create next, and even jerseys start selling out. This is not because of statistics or playoff runs, rather, it is because fans want to relive the moment. When she is seen in a VIP suite, social media goes into a frenzy. This happens every single time. The timelines were flooded with edits, memes, theories, and reactions until the clips become widely distributed across the globe. There is a crossover between music, sports, and celebrity culture that no one anticipated, but everyone feels. This crossover has become its own phenomenon. Trainers are aware of it. It is very popular among owners. It is relied upon by broadcasters. However, for the National Football League, NFL, It is the kind of attention that cannot be accurately measured by numbers, because it reaches people that the league has never been able to have before. Nevertheless, there are those who believe that it is detrimental to the sport. More on that in a moment. On the other hand, not everyone considers the Swift effect to be a blessing. With her growing influence, in response, a completely different group of people has begun to push back. Longtime fans of the National Football League, NFL, argue that the league is losing its identity and becoming more of a celebrity spotlight than a sport that is known for its intense competition. When they watch game day broadcasts, they complain that the cameras cut to her too frequently, and that the league is chasing viral moments rather than focusing on the field. They do this while scrolling through the broadcasts. By their definition, football ought to be football. Absolutely no glitter, no celebrity stories, and absolutely no distractions. On the flip side, the change is something that millions of new viewers are absolutely thrilled about. According to them, the game has a more lively, emotional, and enjoyable atmosphere. They believe that the presence of Taylor in the stands does not detract from the overall focus on the sport. Infuse it with more vitality, because it presents new narratives, more profound feelings, and an additional layer of excitement. It gives the impression that each game is a part of something that is more than just a simple matchup. Two different worlds collide, but rather than clashing, they blend together to create a cultural whirlwind that keeps people talking long after the final whistle has already blown. The drama is fueled by these contrasting responses, which turn every appearance into a debate and allow every camera cut to make a statement. Everyone has something to say, whether it's admiration or irritation, and the National Football League, NFL, remains at the center of attention because of the constant conversation that takes place. However, regardless of what you believe, the numbers do not lie. It wasn't just a cute moment between two celebrities that took place at AT&T Stadium that night on that particular occasion. It served as a timely reminder of the power that modern fandom has become, as well as the fact that a single couple can completely transform the culture of an entire sport. When Travis and Taylor enter a stadium together, they do more than just attend a game. With their presence, they transform the environment that surrounds the stadium. All of a sudden, football is about more than just scoring touchdowns and making defensive drives. This results in a confluence of elements, including music, popular culture, fashion, and athletic performance, all occurring simultaneously. And signs of its impact can be found everywhere. For every time she is seen in the stands, there is a surge in sales of jerseys. The moment whispers began to circulate that she might be present, ticket prices skyrocketed. More behind-the-scenes content, more personality-driven stories, and increased social media engagement are some of the ways that teams are adapting their marketing strategies in order to appeal to the new wave of viewers. These strategies are aimed at fans who have never been interested in the league before. Additionally, broadcasters are adapting their strategies. You should be aware that even a 2-second reaction shot has the potential to spark a viral moment that can live on the internet for days. People's experiences with games have been fundamentally altered as a result of the convergence of fame and athletics. There is no longer a Sunday-only practice for it. Fans from all over the world come together to celebrate this cultural event, which is a moment that is shared by all of them. And regardless of whether you are watching for the music icon, the tight end, or the game itself, the excitement is the same. Loud, electric, and incapable of being ignored in any way. This change did not take place in a quiet manner. It paved the way for something that was even more significant. Considering that this is what one season of Travis and Taylor looks like, it is possible that the future will be even more exciting. As soon as the spotlight is widened, other celebrities will follow suit, which almost guarantees that there will be more celebrity appearances. In order to usher in a new era of entertainment for the sport, it would not be surprising to see major artists appearing on the sidelines, halftime shows transforming into crossover events, or teams forming partnerships with music icons. Even though the line between the National Football League and the world of pop music is already blurry, it is only getting thinner. On the other hand, there is even more potential hidden behind the scenes. Charity events that bring together their respective fan bases have the potential to develop into vast annual traditions. The stories that take place off the field have the potential to become just as captivating as the games themselves, attracting viewers who are more interested in watching personalities than playbooks. It is possible that even the marketing strategies of the league will undergo a change, adopting a more cultural and story-driven approach that will ensure that each week feels like an event that you simply cannot miss. As a result, the question at hand is clear. Are we living through the future of the entertainment industry for sports? A world in which football is not merely a sport, but rather a full-scale cultural experience that is shaped by athletes, artists, and the fans who follow them everywhere they go. Therefore, if there is one thing that this season has demonstrated, it is that we are just getting started. Also, the following chapter might be even more obnoxious. During that evening at AT&T Stadium, getting out of the stadium was never as easy as walking. During that particular moment, it became clear how much the sport has evolved over the years, and how much it is still evolving. Their walk through the tunnel turned out to be a cultural spark that brought together football, music, fame, and an incredible amount of energy that the National Football League hasn't seen in years. An exit that appeared to be nothing special turned out to be a significant change in the way that millions of people experience the game. To tell you the truth, this could very well be the beginning of things. There is a possibility that you will be witnessing the future of the sport the next time you see a pop icon sitting in a stadium box. Do you have any thoughts? Beneficial to the game or a source of distraction? Your thoughts are welcome in the comments section.
What are your thoughts on the matter?
You should also make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave if you want to be the first to know about every new development, rumor, and moment that shakes up the league.